Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome back to Let's Play Amnesia, The Dark Descent. This is Episode 5. Last time we made our way through the prison area and reached the Cistern, where it sounds like we're going to have to be dealing with some poisonous mushrooms or spores of some kind. However, I want to backtrack into the prison, since that is an option, because we are missing... Never mind. I was going to say, we're missing one of Daniel's journal entries. You can see we are missing the last one of the Brennenberg ones, so that's kind of shitty that it just doesn't let you go back for no reason. But yeah, I guess we can't go back. I did at least look it up, and you can't break those excellent locks. Okay, we got some more rose petals here, which is apparently what these are, but they do kind of look like wax drops to me. But yeah, they're apparently supposed to be rose petals, and they may just be a subconscious hallucination of Daniel, since they are, I guess, an ingredient in whatever he used to give himself amnesia. Alright, so we got a door up there that we can't reach, and that's probably just going to stay out of reach. Our flashback with Alexander mentioned that they do use these tunnels for transport when they're not full of deadly spores. Its gears need to be greased. Where are those gears that this is attached to? I take it we'll have to find those. Alright, so this is more of an area than I thought. I kind of thought this was just a in-between room, but yeah, it looks like we gotta lower these bridges so we can get across. A vessel is needed to carry the oil. We still have glass jar. So I take it this is not oil for our lantern, this is oil for lubrication? We're doing alright on lantern oil. We got 6 jars plus half a lantern and 31 tinder boxes. And we still have our hollow needle, our hand drill, and our hammer and chipper. So yeah, I do like their frictional... I mean, even in Penumbra, they had times where... Oh, okay. Wasn't sure if that was going to disappear. They have times where you get to keep the tools, and usually it lets you use them for something optional later. Sometimes you still need them. Alright, Daniel cannot swim. So we're also not going that way, which doesn't really leave us a lot of options. I guess we have to use the oil. Is there a tinderbox down here? No? Can we just use it directly on the lever? Just pour it in there? A broken pipe is blocking the ladder. However, it got somewhat damaged by the impact. Could I just chop it off with the ladder? Good enough. Oh shit. I accidentally right-clicked there, and it turns out right-click is just let go of the ladder. I have to remember that we don't regenerate health. Or do you? In Penumbra, you regenerated health, but slowly, and you also had painkillers to top it up immediately. Oh yeah, we're not doing great. Because we don't get nearly as much healing in this as we did in Penumbra, where you would end up with like 25 painkillers. Okay, so we got 2 more levers here. Prepare the machine powering the eastern bridge. To enter the sewer, it must first be drained. Okay. I'm gonna say that that'll happen in that room, so we need to find the mechanism that will allow us to lower the other one. Are those even attached to anything? It's like the chain is just hanging from the ceiling and it doesn't go into the wall. Alright, so we open up a room over there. Alexander knew there must be a way to finish the ritual before it was too late. He had to teach his friend to harvest the vitae. That much was certain. Look, I need a lot of vitae for this ritual.
Herbert, how did we find this place?
An old friend back in Algiers gave me a map.
Why isn't he with us? Didn't he want to come?
He wanted to, Daniel, but things don't always turn out the way we planned.
So Herbert was probably one of the people he was traveling to Brennenburg with, and we probably would have learned that in the last diary entry. I don't even really need a lantern here. Seems kind of wasteful when there's candles. Alright. So we got a pipe here. Probably gonna need to slap that back on. Take it that these have something to do with the bridge. They do make a click when they're in a certain spot. Well, we don't really know what these are for yet, so no point trying to adjust them. Look for any holes in these pipes. Is that not a note? No. Not an important one, at least, even though it looks like it should be. Leave that out there so we can get easy access to it. A heavy gate. So I can go through there, but it's gonna lower. So let's go through there last. Okay, we got another pipe. Stuck in its position. Stuck in its position. Okay, so these ones are immobile. I wonder if we just have to match them then? If this is just a mirror of, you know, what the other one needs to be? Because that would be... That one directly in front of the control panel has to be lowered most of the way. Sorry, this is not the most precise. So yeah, it's about the level of the control panel. And then that one's almost all the way up, and then that one's just slightly below that. Wait, sorry, let me double check these. Yeah, so the middle one is the highest one up. Which looks like I've got it right there. I just need to lower the left one. Yeah. That little bit of intuition turned out to be correct. I don't know what we fixed, but maybe it's this door? No, that still lowers. Can I just, I don't know if this is supposed to work, but it's working. So let's make it a little pathway. I mean, they do give you boxes right next to it, so it doesn't seem that out there to try this. Convenient. And now I can access those pipes if I need them in here to fix something. I mean, considering we have outdoor light, and it seems to be daytime again, I don't think we're going to have to worry about our sanity in here. I'm sure right when we solve this puzzle that we're going to hear a whoa. I don't know why these are so light. I mean, this looks like we need to fix the pipes there, but maybe it won't happen until we turn on this device, and then it'll be like, oh, it sounds like some of the pipes have blown up. There's another one in here. Some more oil. Stuck in its position. Stuck in its position. Stuck. And stuck. There's another piece of paper. I feel like these are supposed to be notes, but then they didn't have anything to put here, so they just left the piece of paper. I don't know. We got all these pipes, but nothing seems to be wrong with them. We need like a central device to give us an idea of what's broken. Okay, wooden crank. Haven't seen anywhere to use that yet. Is this another mirror puzzle? Okay, so this thing has to be pushed all the way in. I guess this is the central piece of the device that will raise the bridge. So it looks like 2 all the way up, and then left and right in the center. Mechanical symmetry. Oh, I guess that is the down position. Okay. So that's correct.
Daniel, is that you? What are you doing?
Are you fixing a machine? What's wrong with you? So I think that is current Alexander talking to us and not a memory. We heard a little bit of that in the prison, but I also thought that was maybe a memory. Maybe those pipes are just a fake out, because there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with any of these pipes. If there was, we'd see steam gushing out. Everything seems to be fixed in here. It hasn't said we've repaired the machine yet, but I mean, I don't see anything else to mess with. Let's just go back and pull the switch and see what happens. The beautiful wild orchid seemed a testament to nature's strength, being able to grow inside Brennenburg. Alas, it was Alexander's studies and care which enabled the flower to blossom. That one's already down. Okay. So, clearly there's a step we're missing. Let's go check what's in this other room before we backtrack, just to make sure I'm not missing a section of it. The purpose of the inner sanctum had always been to study the orbs and find a way to force them to yield their power. However, he was still unaware of this. Well, I mean, I feel like we're aware of it now. So the inner sanctum is where we're supposed to be finding Alexander, in the deepest parts of the castle.
You're conserving water from the spring.
Yes, it enables me to control the water in the drain sewers to some extent. Also, it can be used for all sorts of purposes.
Like for drinking.
Well, that too. But mostly to run different machines.
Ah, like water mills.
Exactly.
Look, all that steam for his steam-powered castle's got to come from somewhere. All right. So we got water here. Does that mean we're going to have more water monsters? I mean, the shadow hasn't caught up to us yet, hence the complete lack of meat, but I'm sure it will at some point, once we make some progress. Redirect sewer water.
7th of August, 1839. There is no denying that Alexander puts a lot of faith into what I can only describe as magic. I'm not surprised. Even while traveling across Europe, I assumed I would have to embrace the supernatural to save my mind and life. As a novice, I do everything in my power to stay focused and not dwell too much on my own doubts. Alexander woke me up early and told me it was time we got started on our work. He was obviously excited to get going, and we headed downstairs to the old dungeon, where he preferred to attempt his rituals. It turns out that Alexander is a true Renaissance man, paralleled only by Da Vinci, I'm sure. He showed me several rooms fitted for specific research, such as anatomy studies, alchemy, and botany. The crown of Brennenburg must be the inner sanctum, a most hallowed ground where we shall attempt to permanently banish the orb's shadow.
So the shadow that's pursuing us is the orb's guardian, I guess? I had kind of thought that the shadow part was something of Alexander's doing. Alright. The music's got spooky, but I don't yet see a reason why. Water has begun to slowly fill the chamber. Is there a person in there? Are we water torturing a person? Because if so, not our problem. Where did we even come in from? Came in from over here, right? Come on, Daniel. It's not even that dark in here and you're getting spooked. Oh, hold on. Tinderbox. So I suppose we should just not leave an area until we collect all the diary entries from now on. It's attached to a rusty chain in the ceiling. The bridge must be lowered to proceed. I had a feeling that would work this time. Whenever they describe something as being damaged or like rusty, you can probably just throw something at it. Do I even need to jump across there? Kind of look like I could just run across. So we have multiple valves that we need to turn.
8th of August, 1839. I could never be certain until today that I was on the right path. Using my orb, Alexander managed to channel its power unto us. The inner sanctum flared with blue, fiery light, and I could feel the same things I felt in the dark chamber in Algeria. It was like standing in a mad whirlpool of impressions. It was terrifying, but Alexander kept calm and wielded strange tools of science in order to tame the storm. Suddenly, the blue light was stained by strains of red, and the walls burst with pulsating tissue resonating with the scene. Alexander quickly covered the orb in some cloth, and the unspeakable thing vanished. Apparently, the orb's shadow is closer than Alexander thought. He said I should prepare for a warding ritual tomorrow. I'm not sure what he expects, but I have a bad feeling about this.
So clearly, whatever ritual he's attempting now, he has left the orb uncovered. And that's why the shadow is spreading throughout the castle. I keep thinking that draining this water is going to fill up the tunnels here, but not yet. Maybe after we do the last one. Heard some growling coming from the water. Alright, that turned off the steam. Yes. So this area is pretty straightforward. Seems like all of our notes are just right where they need to be for our progress.
9th of August, 1839. It is still early, and Alexander is busy preparing for the ritual later today. Seeing him this worked up makes me question why. What does he stand to gain? I realize he is curious about it all, but surely there must be more. Is he so foolish he will attempt to tame the power of the orb? I must admit that yesterday, when Alexander flooded the inner sanctum with blue light, I realized we had but graced the orb's true potential. This might turn out to be more than escaping a creeping shadow. It might be the beginning of something truly extraordinary.
And at that point, Daniel had fully drank Alexander's Kool-Aid. Even as a neophyte, one does not simply tame the orb. Alright, it's gotten quite dark in here now. But I think that was the last one. Yeah, all we have to do is fix the bridge now. There's a fish down here, just a regular fish. I don't know what's going on in that chamber, but it's really not our problem. Just sounds like the creation of a monster. So we're just gonna leave. The blue light blinded him as it had done inside that murky tomb in Algeria. It was just as enchanting, and he tried to approach it, but the Baron's firm hand held him back. Ow. I broke my leg. We can find some more laudanum soon, because I don't like being completely without a healing item. Alright, so now we can go in the sewer. Is this going to help us fix the bridge? Oh, there's those poison spores. Also, top up my oil. That door is no good. Probably can't ever open that one. Okay, so there has to be like a switch or something we missed back here. Wait, that's not where I wanted to go. The red taint burst from the walls as if they had begun to bleed. He cried out in fear as the spectacle began to consume the blue shimmer. Sorry, I skipped one of those. It's not this one we need, it is this one. So we're sure this thing doesn't work? No response. The purpose of the inner sanctum had always been to... Nope. That one we already read. Alright. So, what are we missing in here? Either there's just a pipe that needs fixing, or a switch that needs throwing. We fixed these, except I'm not actually sure what this did. It made a noise of like a puzzle solved, but that's it. I was expecting a pipe to have burst somewhere, but I'm still not seeing anywhere that needs fixing. These ones cannot be moved. I thought maybe there's like a switch on this thing that locks it into position, but that also doesn't seem to be the case. So what am I missing? It's not like there's a lot of rooms in here to check out. You know, there's 4 identical rooms and then this one at the end. Ah, this wasn't here. Or was it? Okay, it was here. I didn't even realize that they were the same thing. So yeah, this is where we need all the pipes, and I guess it's also just another case of symmetry. Well, at least we didn't waste time going to the cistern. We still had to do that as well. I think we can pop these on, go to the next area, and that'll be the end of the episode. Just a solid bit of progress. Was there another pipe in here? No. So I think it's just the 2 back here. Are we going to be able to solve this with just 3 pipes? All right. So we have, are these 2? Oh, okay. One of these is longer than the other. And then this one is the the widest. There's definitely more pipes here than we actually have. I guess you can't rotate items. You can pull them closer to you, but you can't. I'm trying to like compare the size here. Okay, I guess it just knows where it goes. Maybe Daniel is subconsciously remembering the layout of these. Okay, definitely not a mirror. So that is fixed. Are we gonna go a whole episode without being attacked by a monster? I also found out that the official name for Mr. Lips is a grunt. Okay, that one I read. Thought maybe I had to raise this one back up so the other one could go down. The bridge is stuck and will need a push to dislodge. I guess this is back to plan throw shit at it until it fixes itself. need to get a rock up on the second floor. Alright. And this is the part of the game that makes it fun to have physics tied to a bunch of the puzzles. Is that so many of them are resolved by violence. Shit. Alright, can I hit it from down here? I feel like I can. Maybe I just need to stand directly under it. No, it's just out of my reach. Alright, well. Plan B, use more rock. Pretty sure this is why they give you like 4. You think this is gonna damage me a bunch if one of these just lands on my head? I do hope this is the solution, though, because I can't really see anything else but hucking rocks as being the solution here. I guess the alternative is I could stack the rocks on it. Alright. Yeah, that's all we needed is a little something heavy to weigh it down. The Morgue. Alexander knew there must be a way to finish the ritual before it was too late. Okay, this one I also read. Yeah, they seem to be in a random order. 'Cause that one was a while ago. Alright, so...
Do you see, Daniel? It has yielded.
What?
The shadow.
It has?
For now. Come, let's get this out of here so we can get some peace.
Yes, let's. Where to?
Just down the corridor to the morgue.
Are there more dead men there?
You did well, Daniel. Come, let's get going.
So I don't think he was talking about the inner sanctum when he said it's just down the corridor. I think they were harvesting someone's vitae. Alright, so we're going to end it here, and next time we're going to find out what kind of dead men the morgue has waiting for us. But I think that was a decent amount of progress. We solved that whole area, got all the journals this time, and I will look forward to continuing next time. But until then, take care, folks.